Senator Lazarus.
Thank you, Chair. I move amendment on sheet 7835. I'm supporting the bill because I want to curb the rorting that is happening in this sector, but I am concerned about the impact of the bill on important and honest operators and training sectors in this country. This bill may have unintended consequences on industry training sectors, such as the aviation training sector. The world is experiencing exponential growth in the aviation sector. The demand for qualified commercial pilots is expected to double in the years to come. Australia is considered one of the best providers of commercial pilot training in the world. We have 8 commercial pilot training schools in Australia, and several of which are based in my home state of Queensland. The aviation sector is a highly regulated sector and one which is very unique. Due to the nature of the industry and the growing demand for pilots, the aviation training industry is expensive and in a strong growth phase. It is therefore important that this bill includes the need for the Secretary of the Department to have the discretion to provide additional credits to industries and/or organisations which are considered to be of national importance and meet certain requirements. I'd like to thank the Minister for listening to my concerns in relation to the aviation training sector and for committing to support my amendment. It is imperative that we support this sector and ensure they are exempt where needed from the potentially harmful unintended impacts of the bill on the aviation training sector. We need to ensure that the sector is allowed to grow. The Australian men and women are able to pursue a career as commercial pilots, and that we support an important and growing training industry, which provides jobs and economic benefits, of course, for this great country, Australia. Australian men and women pay a lot of money to undertake training in the aviation sector to become commercial pilots. The first stages of training involve undertaking a recreational pilot's licence, then a private pilot's licence, all of which are funded by the student. These are very expensive courses and can cost students up to $30,000 or more. These are courses funded by students out of their own pockets, not the taxpayers. Once students have completed these courses, they can then undertake a commercial pilot's licence, which is eligible for funding under the VET fee help. Commercial pilot's licence courses can cost up to $90,000. There is no doubt the level of safety, compliance and risk associated in delivery of the commercial pilot's licence course results in high costs. Despite this, Australia is still much cheaper in this area of training than the rest of the world, and people come from all over the world to undertake commercial pilot's licence training in Australia. And it is for this reason I will not be supporting Labor's amendments which seeks to put a cap on VET fee help for students. The cap will cripple the aviation training sector and take aviation completely out of the reach for most Australians. It means that men and women, boys and girls across the country will no longer be able to undertake a commercial pilot's licence. Only the ultra-rich and famous will be able to become commercial pilots in this country. The pipeline of Australian pilots will definitely dry up. Our airlines will no longer be able to source Australian pilots. Our airlines will be forced to employ overseas pilots. The aviation sector is a unique sector, and unfortunately will be hardest hit by this bill. In fact, if we look at the aviation training sector, most course providers generate less than 30% of the revenue from VET fee help, compared to other providers and industries that generate 100% of their revenue through the VET fee help scheme. So, in summary, I won't be supporting Labor's amendments, and I thank the government for supporting my amendment, which will ensure the aviation sector and every Australian's dream of becoming a commercial pilot is not inadvertently damaged as a result of this bill. So I commend my amendment to the Senate.